It's a little bit windy today, so we'll see how it muffles up the sound, if it does at all. So anyway, one of the reasons why I started riding was because it was something that, not I would say always interested me. I mean, I remember always seeing people on bikes in high school and stuff like that, and I always thought they were cool, but I never thought it would be something that I would be conceivable of doing. I don't know why. It's just, when I was younger, I was really risk averse for a lot of things, but I've gotten older. I've learned that you can't really be risk averse to a lot of things, and sometimes the coolest things that you want to do require some risk, and you have to understand that risk, and then you'll be able to do it afterwards. But you know what, this whole journey wasn't even easy too. When I took the safety course to even learn how to ride a bike, I'd never even been on one. I mean, I had been on like an uncle's before, I just kind of hopped onto it, and while it was just on its kickstand, but didn't go anywhere with it. I never rode on any dirt bikes when I was younger or anything like that. So this was an interesting experience. So I had no clue how to use one at all, how to ride, how to use the transmission on this thing, because most of them, like 99% of bikes, are manual transmission. So didn't have a clue, and to be honest, the first day I didn't do so high. I was still learning how to use the friction zone, how to do things with the clutch, change gears. I had a lot of trouble with that. I didn't drop the bike or anything, thank goodness, but it wasn't an easy journey to get to there. I really wanted to give up after the first day because I just wasn't understanding it at all. But that's a lesson to be learned, that you have to sometimes keep at things in order to learn how to do them. And motorcycling was one of them for me, so that's a lesson learned right there, because I did want to give up at the end and I didn't want to continue with it. But look where I'm at now. I got this bike with 2,500 kilometers on it. It already is 5,163 as I'm just looking at it down now. So I would say that's a pretty good improvement. I put over 2,500 kilometers on this thing, so I would say that's pretty good for someone who wanted to give up in the first place. So why did I even want to start riding? I don't know. I just thought it was really cool seeing people on motorcycles and just the freedom of it all. You get to do some cool things with it. I mean, it's just you and the machine. There's nothing else really going on. There's no radios to distract you. There's no sunroof. I mean, you are the sunroof. Everything is the sunroof. You're out there. So I thought that was pretty cool. And you do feel more connected to the machine because you do have to use your body to maneuver around and everything else like that. And I guess that really goes to show you, if you want to do something and it's something that you think you enjoy, because I really enjoyed it, despite the frustration of learning it and everything, I did really enjoy it. And so now that I'm actually on it, that's what I'm enjoying the most about it. And that's, I guess, one of the lessons that you really have to learn is, through all of this, is if it's something that you enjoy, you have to kind of work through the frustration. You have to work through the pain. And it's just something, something you have to learn to do. And you might be wondering why I ride too. I love the freedom of it. I love feeling like you're one with the bike, where you have to actually use your body to maneuver it, to actually, move it around, and to think that every little thing that you do affects how it performs and how it operates. And I think that's one of the coolest things. And of course, you don't want to be in people's blind spots, so you gotta get out of them, but there's something about it that is really enticing. You have to be very, very careful, pay a lot of attention to your surroundings, and I don't know, there's just something about it. It feels very, very connected to the road and what you're doing, and I think that's probably one of the coolest parts about it. And you can't forget the wave when you see another biker. It just makes you feel like you're a part of the community. You might not even know them, but you give them the little two fingers and, you just feel like you're a part of something. There's like a little camaraderie for it. But there are a few things that aren't very great about it. Meaning, if you don't have a car, it kind of sucks to carry things around. Right now I have a backpack on, so it's not too bad. But if I don't have like one of those dual sports or one of those adventure bikes where they have like all that additional storage stuff on the side, I'd be pretty screwed if I need to carry some stuff around. Let's just say this isn't a great grocery getter. It's a great little thing to zip around town and have a little bit of fun with, but to say that it's something that you want to use as a daily thing. It might be a lot harder, especially in a place like Canada. And I'll talk more about my experiences in Toronto, because essentially at most you're not going to have very many seasons to ride it in. You're talking about maybe April at best through to November if you want to brave some cold. But once the snow starts to hit and they start putting salt on the roads, it's really difficult to get out there by comparison. So that's one gripe where you do kind of need, especially in the, I'm going to talk about like Toronto area, you do need a car and a bike. You can't just use your bike as your sole mode of transportation. It's not going to work out very well. The other thing is, you might think that it would be something cheap to do. It's not at all, especially here in Ontario. Insurance just for cars already is ridiculous enough. Bike insurance is crazy in and of itself too, especially if you're under 25 and you want to ride something bigger than a 250. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I bought a 250. It's a lot more economical in terms of insurance and gas, so I decided, okay, that's the way I'll save money, kind of earn my right in the future, I guess you could say, to be riding something bigger and with more power, because then hopefully the insurance won't be as much because I had been riding and have the experience from the years prior. So that's why I do it this way. But otherwise, in a lot of other places, especially like in the States, you can basically hop on whatever you want and you're good to go, because the insurance ain't that expensive and whatnot. So that's for me at least, I thought, because I'm thinking all about, I'm very price conscious, that's something for sure. So that's something that I always thought about, was cost overall, and that's why I decided to end up something with small CCs. I also decided to get something that, you know, wouldn't be such an impact on the insurance. So just remember, that's all context for Ontario and Toronto. It might be different in your area, so always make sure you check out the prices for stuff and know what you're getting into, especially if you want to get into motorcycling, because it might not be as cheap as you think it might be. Well, that's one other thing. Panhandlers can't really get any money off of you since you can't really carry any change. Well, not much change is easily accessible, at least. Here we go, visor. Oh god, there's so many midges everywhere. It's those little flying bugs. I think it's their mating season now. Oh god, I'm gonna close my visor up. That was a bad idea. Visor down. Oh man, I can't stand those bugs. Even when I'm in my car already, they get all over the windshield and then you start wiping them off, and then it gets even dirtier, it seems, and you gotta go for a wash afterwards. What you looking at, man? You too. I think it's a Marlies game. This guy's got his Leafs jersey on. Yeah, you guys probably won't be able to see them on camera, but I could see them. They're flying around everywhere near here. I'm scared. Get away from me, midges. People are probably looking at me if they see me talking. They probably think I'm a lunatic on this thing. Yeah, I think they're going to the Marlies game today. Second round in the Calder Cup playoffs. They're facing Albany, if I'm not mistaken.
Unfortunately, this clip the audio on it is absolutely terrible. It's way too windy in my helmet. I tried putting a little bit of fake fur to kind of muffle up the wind noises, but I think my helmet is a little bit too windy and it doesn't really do much for it. So you guys are just enjoying me now, just riding on the highway over here, and enjoy the sunset that I saw anyway. You'll see a little bit more later on in the video, but just wanted to give you a little heads up that unfortunately it's still a little bit too noisy on the highway. It seems to be anything under 70 kilometers per hour, I'm okay, and the microphone picks up on things, but I'm going to be trying some different things to improve that. I did buy another microphone, and I'll see, maybe I need to buy a new helmet too, because this one is tad bit windy. So if anyone wants a Bell Vortex, just note it's a little bit windy, but I wear earplugs, but at least that's what helps me.
My exit's coming up already. So let's see if this part came out a little bit better and we can see the glorious traffic going into Toronto. Only thing going on today, as I mentioned earlier, is the Marlies game, but tomorrow, big game, Miami and Toronto, and also I think it's Texas versus Toronto in the MLB, if I'm not mistaken. So there's that. Tomorrow's traffic is going to be hectic. I'm probably going to be a part of it because I'm probably going to go to Jurassic Park and enjoy it with the rest of the fans like I did yesterday. So I just got home and then I completely remembered, or rather I completely forgot, and then I remembered when I got home that I didn't do an outro, like an intro or anything really. So here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to go out, just enjoy the nice view that I have over here. Oh, that's a long way down. And the sunset was looking really, really nice today. So I'll end it off with you guys for that one over there. And there's Lake Ontario. I think I've shown you guys this scene before, either through my Instagram or Twitter post. But either way, live in a really nice place just off of Lake Ontario. So this is the view that I get to see in the mornings. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that vlog and gave a little more insight into my experience with motorcycling and a little bit of my history. And if you guys enjoy these moto vlogs and you would like to see more, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and peace out.